Thank you very much. You know, a couple of people I just want to remember right off the get-go. One is our co-founder, Tony Contrano. We miss you, brother. He had the biggest heart when it comes to helping families, helping vets. He was the best. And if you get a chance at the end of the ceremony, walk down to the end, to the east end of the wall, you'll see a little monument for a gentleman named Larry Shehorn. When we decided to bring the wall and build a wall in Marseilles, Larry Shehorn was one of the first persons we met when we came down here to look at the property. When we started the building, there was one thing missing, and that was the American flag. And Larry brought down this little American flag, he put it on a pole, found a bunch of sandbags and bricks, and put that flag up to where the wall was going to be built. And that flag stayed up the entire time. It had to have been moved 1,000 times, but it was never taken down, and that's because of Larry Shehorn, and we want to remember Larry today. But the reason I came up here is, you know, it's a healing of the hearts. Our goal is to come out here, help the families, try to take a little bit of that burden off of their heart, try to help them through a bad situation. I too am from a Gold Star family. I lost my oldest brother, David, 19 years old, June 29th in 1968 in Vietnam. He saved his buddy's life and gave his so that his buddy could be alive today. And I miss him terribly. But a couple of the stories that happened during the healing of the hearts here, you've met a lot of really good families, and Susan Marino was talking about Kevin Baker. Kevin Baker was a wounded warrior that was paralyzed from the waist down when he was shot in Iraq. And a group of wounded warriors were riding bicycles that were made by a company right here in Ottawa. And they were riding across the country, and they were coming to the wall. And the day that they showed up here at the wall before the ceremony, we took Kevin over to the wall. He was looking for one name, and one name only. Well, it turned out when Kevin was shot, there was a medic that was working on Kevin, and they were getting hit pretty hard. They were getting shot at. So this doctor told Kevin, "You lay there and don't move." And he laid on top of Kevin to protect Kevin. And while he was protecting Kevin, he was shot and killed. This doctor gave his life so that Kevin could live. And we took Kevin over and we showed him that doctor's name on the wall. And Kevin had made it his goal to ride that bicycle to Washington, D.C. to tell everybody in Washington about the wall. Well, during his trip, Kevin got sick. He was about 8 hours away from Susan Marino's home. Susan got a call. "Can you go pick Kevin up? He's not doing well." Her and her wonderful husband, Paul, God rest his soul, they picked him up. They took him back to the house. They fed him. They helped him out. They gave him a place to sleep that night. They were watching a movie. At the end of the movie, Kevin says, "I'm not feeling good. I'm going to go lay in bed." Kevin passed away while he was laying in the bedroom at Susan Marino's house. 2 years ago, her husband was killed in a bike accident. She just lost her job because she was coming here this weekend to honor her son. So that's why we're here. We're here to help the families as much as we possibly can. We have another lady, Brenda Robertson. While she wasn't doing well, we paid for a flight for her to come in. We kind of looked around. I talked to Brenda. There was 2 soldiers that when they got hit by an IED, one lost his leg, one lost his arm, and they had a bond. between the three of them that they were going to always take care of the other families if any of them had died. We found these two soldiers. We brought them in and kind of made a surprise to Brenda when she came up on stage. We brought these two soldiers that were with her son and heard his last words. And still to this day, Brenda has stayed a part of our heart. She's part of our family. And you always want to remember them. I wear a dog tag of Joshua Reeves. Joshua, when he went to Iraq, his wife was pregnant. She had their first baby, a wonderful baby boy. Josh got to see his son on the internet. The very next morning, Josh was killed by an IED. I've stayed real in contact with this family. They understand that the Illinois Motorcycle Freedom Run and the Wall are part of their family, and we're helping that family with their healing process. Still to this day, the mother cannot come to the wall. You know, some of the stuff that we've went through in the past, and there's probably about 99.9% of the people that are here, the people that have been involved in our run, our membership. Once a year at the Gold Star ceremony in Illinois, we bring the families out, we bus them out, they get their own private day at the wall. I was standing with Tony Catrano. He had gotten a call from a father of a soldier who wasn't doing well. He had lost his buddy who was a POW MIA, and it just so happened just before we got this call during the Gold Star barbecue, we got a call from his dad that, his son wanted to go back. They wouldn't allow him to go back because mentally he wasn't right. He wanted to go back. He was hurting so bad because he didn't have his buddy. He left his buddy in Iraq, and he felt it was his job to go and find his friend. He was talking suicide. He wasn't doing well. We were also on the phone with Texas trying to find a VA home that would take this young man in. I don't want to mention their names. While we were on the phone talking to his dad, talking to this soldier, we heard a gunshot. He committed suicide while we were talking to him on the phone. The first person that his father called to try to get his son's help was the Illinois Motorcycle Freedom Run, Tony Catrano. Tony had met his dad just out and about one of his rides across the country. I don't even remember what state he met the guy in. But that was who they called to try to get help for their son. And finally, Florence McSweet. She had a pretty rough year last year. She got into an accident on the way here, totaled her car in Tennessee. Luckily, we found a Gold Star family coming that way that stopped and picked her up from the hospital. The car rolled, totaled. Florence still came. Well, during the ceremony, it was very hot, and Florence went down right after she did a reading of the names. And we have one of the best, if not the best, senator in the state of Illinois, and that's Sue Rezin, who made it her goal that when Florence got out of the hospital, Florence didn't have a way to get home. Susan made sure that Florence got a flight. She got her home safely. Susan, we definitely want to thank you for that. So, and to end things, there's not a lot of people in this country that know about this wall. Is it because we're bikers? Probably. Is it a good thing? Yeah, good things. I've been told by the president of ABC, when we tried to get them to come out, he said, Tom, good things don't sell on the news. And I told him that was bull crap. I says, you need to get this out to these families and help them. So I think what we need to do is at the end of this, we need to call CBS. And we need to get a hold of 60 Minutes. And we need to get this wall nationally known so that all these families, going back to 1979, the bombing of the Beirut for the Marine barracks, they all need to know that this wall is there for their loved one, and we need to get them out here. So we need to get everybody to call 60 Minutes. Pester the hell out of them, because at the end of this, I'm calling them. And I am going to make sure, that is my goal, to get this on national TV, get this wall known. Then we're going to get this as a national monument. And somebody we also want to thank today, Pam, you're a godsend. Easy Rider Magazine is here today with us. She's a wonderful lady. She did an awesome job with the families this morning over in Marseilles. I seen my little loved one, Lexi, grew some tears. She threw some tears during that. And, you know, we're here as family. So to all the Gold Star families that are here today for the first time, we want to welcome you to part of our family, and we hope you accept us as part of your family. And in closing, don't forget the city of Marseilles with a tragedy that just went through with the flood here in town. It was terrible. They're still recouping. There's a lot of families that lost their homes. So at the end of the ceremony, make sure you go in town. Stop at some of the little shops in town. Stop and have a beer. We want to try to spend a little money here today to help the city of Marseilles because they've done a lot for us. And, you know, you can call us what you want, dirtbags. We're a bunch of bikers. Bikers have the biggest hearts in the world. So, in closing, we're not bikers. We're angels in leather. God bless our troops.
Tom Big Daddy Yarber.
Here for the fourth year in a row to be able to explain the mission of Honor and Remember, but most importantly, to honor Gold Star families here with you in a very special way. If you don't know, I'm trying, where are my helpers?
We're right behind. Families first.
Big Daddy, if you'll hold the flag up right here. I'm going to explain the flag. And December 29th of 2005, my son was killed in Iraq by a sniper's bullet.
There you go.
In 2008, on Memorial Day, the Honor and Remember flag was unveiled publicly to be a national symbol of remembrance, a way to tangibly and visibly say one thing: thank you. To those that gave their lives who aren't with us, but most importantly to the families that are still behind, grieving every single day. Very quickly, the symbolism behind this flag: the red field stands for the blood sacrifice, the white field, the purity of that sacrifice. The blue star in the center recognizes those families who have someone in active duty, the Blue Star families. The gold star, we all know what that means. We're reminded of it today in a very precious way. The folded flag beneath represents that which was handed at the memorial service of a loved one. Eternal flames above, and the words below: we will always honor their sacrifice and individually remember them by name. And that is why the Honor and Remember flag exists. And I've got the microphone, but I'm not going to go into that. It's getting warm. I'm going to go into how we as an organization and how you help to honor every name that has fallen in the history of our country individually by name. Thank you, guys. And how we do that in a very special and personal way is like this. This Honor and Remember flag that I have in my hand is tri-folded. It's tri-folded like this in a presentation because of one reason. It mirrors the American flag that you see folded here that was handed to a loved one, meant to be preserved reverently and respectfully, never to be opened. But the Honor and Remember flag is meant to be that symbol of thanks, meant to be unfolded and flown publicly in public appreciation. And today, I'm going to ask, you go on that side, Judy. I'm going to ask my helpers here to help me honor Jim Jacobs. Please grab this red and let it drop. Grab this red part, let it drop, and it'll go up. This is Jim Jacobs, Gold Star father, whose daughter was killed in Afghanistan from enemy gunfire. And I would like to read this certificate. This Honor and Remember flag is presented with eternal gratitude and respect. Okay, move closer over there so they can see you. In memory of Master Sergeant Tara R. Brown. With this flag, we honor this patriot's unwavering dedication and remember her selfless sacrifice. Where's Sharon? By displaying this symbol collectively as a nation, we humbly recognize the enormity of your loss and respectfully say thank you. Jim would like to say something.
I just want to thank everyone for being here to honor her for her sacrifice. I just want to let you know that my daughter, Master Sergeant Tara Brown, she was 15 years United States Air Force. Her death was on 4/27/2011 with 8 other brave Americans. The shirt you see me wearing is shoulder to shoulder, so when I wear it and look at it, I think about her and her brothers in arms. They forever be connected together as the NATO Air Training Command Afghanistan 9. Means NTC 9 is the short version of it. And just remember, every time you think of her, we think of all of them together because we try to remember them all together. Lieutenant Colonel Frank Bryan, Major Ambard, Major Jeffrey Osborne, Major David Broder, Major Raymond Estelle Jr., Captain Nathan Nedliner, Captain Charles Ramson, and also retired Army James McLaughlin, and also Master Sergeant Tara Brown.
Right here. Thank you, Jim. I would also like to honor the Penrod family. Christina, Colin, Julie. Christina lost her husband in Iraq by an IED. And I would like to honor them with your help with this Honor and Remember flag. And as they open it, this Honor and Remember flag is presented with eternal gratitude and respect in memory of Specialist Justin O. Penrod. With this flag, we honor this patriot's unwavering dedication and remember his selfless sacrifice. By displaying this symbol collectively as a nation, we humbly recognize the enormity of your loss and respectfully say thank you. Christina would like to address you as well.
Thank you. Good afternoon. First off, I would like to say thank you for this beautiful flag. I'm honored, very honored, to receive the flag in memory of my husband, Specialist Justin Penrod. Justin was a great man, friend, soldier, father, and husband. I met him in '04 as we were putting my parents' air conditioners together. My dad introduced us, but Justin thought I was too young, and my dad says, "Nope, she got drunk last night." Thanks, Dad. So on July 2nd, we started dating. In August of '04, he went to Bulgaria, came back, and proposed to me, and I said yes, of course. Justin and I got married on November 1st of '04. After that, he went to Iraq for the first time in '05 through '06 with the National Guard. When he came back, he said that he felt like he had a job to do and wanted to go back. After Justin got back from Iraq in '06, we had a little boy named Colin. When Colin was born, his daddy had the biggest smile on his face. they did everything together. If you saw Justin, you would also see Colin. In May of '07, Justin enlisted in the active army, and he knew in July he was going to deploy to Iraq. So we decided as a family to do activities all month in June. When July came and his deployment is coming up, Justin started talking about funerals. If something happens, to go to my friends. I'm sorry.
Hug your mom.
He said, go to my friends, they will help you out. I kept brushing off like, you're not going to die. You're going to go over there, you're going to kick butt, and then you're going to come home and raise your son. Justin left Iraq at the end of July. On August 11th, 2 weeks later, Justin and his team were clearing out buildings. There was a sniper on top of the building, and they shot one of the guys in the Bradley. So the team went in, and he was getting ready to clear it, and Justin stepped on an IED, and that's when my husband became an angel. So on the 10th anniversary celebration of the wall, I would like to thank you, because I know Justin would be humbled and proud that we accepted the flag.
Thank you for allowing me to honor those families with your help and the board here at the Illinois Freedom Run. What an honor it is to be here. God bless you guys.
God bless our troops.